Hi, I'm Kim Coco, author of the book, It Just Makes Sense, 7 Principles for a Joyful and Stress-Free Life. This is the second video in our 3-week series, moving towards enhancing love in your relationships. Last week we talked about the male triangle, which discusses the components similar to that of the female, and what it takes to boost his potential and harmony in a relationship. And then today, we're going to talk about the female triangle. What are her components and her core needs that, when they're met, help enhance her ability to enjoy the relationship. And then next week, we're going to talk about the top 5 ways to make any relationship successful. So let's begin with the female triangle today. The first component we share with males. We like physical touch. And again, this includes sex, but it's not limited to that. It includes hand holding and hugging and kissing and cuddling. And we get to talk about this with our males, just like they would talk to us about touch that they need and want. Secondly, we want to feel respected. This is admired, revered, just understood in a way that we have strengths and we like to know that our males appreciate the strengths that we have. And then the third component of the female triangle is feeling wanted. And this is knowing that you want to be number one in your man's life. I was at a hair salon and I was hearing all these women chitter and chatter about their relationships, and one conversation stood out in particular to me where a gal was in a new relationship and she was long distance. However, they were timing their conversations around phone bills, and so they were talking at 9 o'clock at night every night, and it seemed repetitive. And it's interesting because she wasn't feeling like she was number one. It just became routine. And so we'll talk about some ways to spice up the relationship and keep your woman feeling wanted. And then at the core of the female, we have safety and security. And this doesn't just mean financial security. It includes feeling safe, feeling protected, and feeling secure even in the relationship itself, that it means something, that it's going to be around. I can feel comfortable and confident here because it's secure. So that's at the core of females. So women, this is a tip for you to understand yourself a little better, and for males, you can understand your women a little bit better. As always, we like to move into solutions. So let's talk about some ways that you as females and you as males can boost or enhance this female triangle. We'll start with the touch. Women, you get a lot of responsibility. If your man's not talking to you about his needs, you get to talk about them with him. You get to bring it up, ask questions. And same goes here. You might be getting a lot of physical touch. The goal is to have it enjoyable and mutually agreed upon. So we want it to be where you can verbalize your requests, things that you like, things that you enjoy, things that you want to have more of. And it might even be, honey, I need you to do this, which goes back to making the man feel needed. It can also be just saying, not just having the conversation, but also saying what you want, maybe saying what you need, or to have your needs met sexually. And it can be also appreciating the males for what they are doing right. Thank you for the back rub. Thanks for the foot rub. You know, I really like it when you hold the small of my back when we walk into a place. It could be things like that that just enhance the male's physical touch that you enjoy, and then also might maybe bring up some ways that you could have it enhanced even further. Males, I'm not saying that you're off the hook. You always get the opportunity to ask, touch, and make sure that your woman's enjoying that physical contact. Okay, feeling respected. It's as though your wife heard from a friend or your girlfriend heard from a friend that you were talking about her and singing her praises. It's that kind of knowing. Well, hopefully you know it without having to hear it, but it's that knowing that your man admires you. So males, it's telling your partner, wow, I really admire the way you do this. I respect the way you do that. I think it's amazing that you can do this. And fill in the blanks and verbalize the way that you admire, respect, and just enjoy the strengths of your female. And in addition to that, it can be doing things like holding the car door open for the females. It could be a genuine thank you for what they're doing around the house or in your life or in the relationships. Feeling respected definitely moves beyond a sense of expectation in a relationship. It's really saying, wow, I appreciate you and I'm thankful for what you're doing. It can be something like writing a love note, and it might be something just as simple as listening. When you take the time as a man to ask about your woman, it's a big home run. It's saying, wow, I respect your viewpoints. It could be about politics. It could be about the book she's reading in her book club. It might just be saying, honey, how was your day? And actually listening without offering an input. Males like to be problem solvers, which is great. We appreciate that. But there are times when us as females just need to be listened to. That can be a big sign of respect. So females, enjoy what your man's doing right, say thank you, and then you can also open the door for some dialogue if that needs to be boosted a little bit in your relationship. And then thirdly, we have feeling wanted, being number one. So as Valentine's Day is coming up, sometimes there's this unexpected pressure to get a gift, get flowers, take her to a nice dinner, treat her like number one for that day. Well, feeling wanted goes beyond just a holiday. So how are you letting your woman know that she's wanted every day? Maybe it's, coming up and giving her a hug or a kiss on the cheek, or, again, holding the door open for her, or doing a little gestures like a love note, or sending flowers unexpectedly, or doing a little surprise here and there. The things that keep her on her toes, the things that are just a very sincere gesture of love, that are out of the ordinary, that don't seem routine, really are effective in letting her know that you're number one. Or not that you're number one as the male, although, I think of a song with that and guys might nod their head and say, yeah, we're number one. It's that she's number one in your life. She's the girl for you. And the small ways and big ways you let her know that is very appreciated and helps boost her triangle. Okay, at the core is safety and security. It might be letting her know, again, how much you love her, confidence in the relationship. It can be just recognizing the security that you've created for yourself. It might be including her in the financial records. There are lots of different ways to boost the security. But just know that as a female, if you feel insecure in the relationship, in other ways, you're going to seek that out first and foremost, because that's the stability of who you are. So anything that you can do as a male and female to discuss this and understand, maybe it's just asking, how do you feel about this? Do you feel secure in our relationship? Are there any doubts? How can we build some confidence and trust and understanding here that will help to keep this core of the female more balanced and help boost the triangle that way? So enjoy this, females, understanding where you're at in your triangle. Are your needs being met? Do you feel respected, wanted, and touched often enough? And if so, celebrate that with your man. If not, you have some tools now to start bringing that up, opening the dialogue, and starting to really understand how you can add harmony to your relationship just through this diagram. So now you have the male components, what keeps him balanced in a relationship. You have the components of the female, what keeps you as women balanced in a relationship. And then next week we'll talk about ways you can enhance the relationship or keep any relationship strong, males and females, some things you can do together to help keep some excitement and newness and joy blossoming in your intimate relationship. So if you'd like to find out more about this material or information about workshops we do, books we have, and things of that nature, visit our website, itjustmakessense.com, and we'll see you next week to talk about those top 5 ways to boost your relationship.